Hey YouTube, this is Vargas, and I am back again with another section of the DVD updates that I got through Movie Freak Bazaar. Again, I apologize for my lack of breath. Again, the weird weather changes hit me. It's not a cold, I just because I have asthma. It sometimes hits me, and I lose my breath. I already took my inhaler, but bear with me, and I apologize for the if I take a while to catch my breath and stop for a bit. So I get really excited about talking about movies. I get really excited about and if you've been following my channel, you know this. I just really like collecting movies and adding these things to the collection. So yeah, let's get started and talk about more movies that I picked up. Um, Picked up from Pureflix. I can't remember what movie. I think this was in God's Not Dead. Um, we're trying to get to a concert, and that's when Kevin Sorbo gets run over, and then he has his thing. So I'm guessing this is during that. But it's Hillsong, Let Hope Rise, the movie. This is like a documentary on a group called Hillsong that is a Christian band. So that's where in the plot of I think it's God's Not Dead, the first one. He's trying to get to the concert, and the whole thing happens for this group. So it's just this it's kind of like a documentary of this group giving the concert, and I've mentioned this before. I like collecting these movies. Some of them because they're much like Christmas movies. For some reason, these Christian movies are very similar to Christmas movies because some of them are really good, like legit heartwarming and touching and give a very positive message. Some of them are a little bit more extreme in their message, and others are weird, weird movies. Again, I've mentioned that one a lot. Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas is one of those, and then there's the I can't remember the name of it at the top of my head, especially with the lack of oxygen. But there was one where this guy dresses up like Bigfoot to get people to visit his town, which is like dying off because it doesn't have any tourists or anything like that. Just really weird. There's one I want to track down that I discovered through Movie Dumpster that it's about this chick that goes into her washer and gets transported to an alternate reality where she's rich and she has everything she ever wanted, except the typical love of a good person. Weird thing, but this one looks to be just a documentary on this particular Christian band. So yeah, I decided to give this one a purchase because I only seen that one twice in the albums, and every time I want to get it, someone beats me to it, and I finally got it. So there. On the same subject of religious movies, picked up The Resurrection of Gavin Stone. I mainly was looking for this one because of Shawn Michaels. It stars Shawn Michaels as has a role in this movie, and it's basically about this guy that pretends to be. He's a washed-up kid actor that pretends to be really into religion because they're going to do a play, and he thinks it might be his way to get noticed again and get his career jumpstart. So he pretends to be this person that he's not, and you have that typical trope that the imposter pretending to be something, then he's found out, but everyone's like, you tricked us, you took advantage of us, but we like you, and then everything's okay again. But again, main reason I picked it up is because it stars Shawn Michaels, so yeah, I had to give that one a watch. Purchase, I'm sorry. Pick this one up. I have a copy of this movie, but the copy that I have is it only has the movie and it has like a CD of music, But this one is the Shake and Shimmy edition of Hairspray with a transparent slipcover. Ooh. The cover that I have, the copy that I have, I'm sorry, is black, and it also has the like the glitter in the Hairspray thing. But this one, it has special features that the other one doesn't have. It also has the back. This one, I like the original Hairspray. Oh, starring. I have her name at the tip of my tongue. The actors that played the first Hairspray got her own talk show for a while there. Crap. I can't remember her name. But yeah, I like the first Hairspray, and then they released this one, and I thought it was okay, mostly because of John Travolta in drag, and Christopher Walken. So it's one of those rare occasions where the remake is okay. It didn't need a remake. The original Hairspray, I don't feel needed a remake, but they did it, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. So yeah, also has Zac Efron. So there you go. So yeah, a different release of Hairspray. If you haven't seen it, I would recommend that one. Blind Buy, starring Robert Duvall, Assassination Tango. It seems to be like it's going to be like a spy thriller, and I like collecting these spy thrillers. But yeah, don't know anything about that one. Picked up White Oleander. I've mentioned this before. I'm not into dramas. Dramas are not my favorite genre. I like watching movies to escape the depressing, just soul-crushing reality that we live in, with all the news of tragedies and just the deplorable state of humankind. I don't like to go through stuff, and I don't like seeing people go through stuff in movies. Again, I like movies as a means of escaping for 2 hours, just escaping into this weird fantasy world. So I'm not big into dramas, but I do respect dramas. They do have good acting. They do have good stories. They have good cinematography. They have good lighting. They have good stuff that I can respect, even though it's not my favorite genre. But honestly, the main reason I picked this one up is because it stars Renee Zellweger, who plays an actress that references her role, or at least the movie does, references her role in Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The New Generation. So she's talking to the main actress, and there's like, "Oh, I starred in a horror movie," and they're showing a clip from Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation, the one that she did with Matthew McConaughey, and I thought it was interesting, so I went out of my way to pick up White Oleander just because of that. This one I'm happy to get. I've been trying to get this one for a while, and I finally got it. It's the 15th anniversary edition. Can't believe it's been 15 years since this one. Of Robert Downey Jr. starring in Chaplin. This is Robert Downey Jr. at the height of his awesomeness, portraying Chaplin, and it was really good. Charlie Chaplin, and has Mila Jovovich. I forgot Mila Jovovich was on this. Has Kevin Kline, Dan Aykroyd, Mila Jovovich, Diane Lane, and Geraldine Chaplin as her own grandmother. So it has a few special features for a 15th anniversary edition, but you know, it is what it is. One disc only. But I didn't have this movie, and I've been hunting for this movie for a good while now, and I finally got it in the 15th anniversary edition with the slipcase. So I've seen the movie, but not the 15th anniversary, so super happy to add that. Blind Buy, don't know the first thing about this one, but it stars Christopher Lloyd and Ernie Hudson, and that was good enough for me. Walmart exclusive, it appears. It says, The Adventures of Mickey Matson and the Copperhead Treasure. Nice, shiny looking cover there. But I can tell you thing one about this movie. But again, stars Christopher Lloyd from Back to the Future and Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters and Congo. So, picked it up because of that. Picked up this one. No idea about this one. Another Blind Buy. The Playas Court. A gritty tale of how the game of life plays out on the courts of Inglewood. Um, Picked this up honestly mostly because it's an Artisan DVD release, and Artisan is one of many DVD production companies that no longer exist. So all of the Artisan DVDs are out of print. So a lot of their movies, unless I think Lionsgate bought them up, they re-released their more popular movies. A lot of the Artisan movies, a lot of the movies released by Artisan are out of print. So as a collector, I thought that was interesting, so I decided to pick up Artisan DVDs whenever I come across them. But this one looks like to be like maybe in the style of Boys in the Hood or A Menace to Society, but with basketball. So, yeah. Picked up this one, a different cut of Coyote Ugly. This is the unrated extended cut. I think there's 3 versions of Coyote Ugly. There's the theatrical release, which I own, and I think there's a director's cut, but this one says it's the unrated extended cut. So again, a lot of these re-releases are just lies. Basically, they're just freaking lies. That movies. The best example I can say is the Ultraviolet movie. I bought the Ultraviolet theatrical release, and then I saw the Ultraviolet unrated release. Ultraviolet's that movie with Mila Jovovich, and I bought it, and it literally only has like a couple of seconds of extra footage. So it doesn't have any more blood. It doesn't have any more gore. It has a little bit more of narration in the beginning and maybe a scene of an extended scene of action. It does not warrant the unrated tag. So yeah, most of the times these unrated releases are just lies, secrets and lies. But yeah, I didn't have this cut of Coyote Ugly, so I decided to pick it up. But I am missing that director's cut. I think I've seen the director's cut, so if I come across it, I'll buy it. Oh, don't fall down. And the last one I picked up is one that I've been trying to get for a while. Again, this is a Christmas movie, but a wartime Christmas movie. And I'm going to spoil the pronunciation here. It's Joyeux Noel, or Merry Christmas. And it's during Christmas time, the armies of France, Germany, and England during war times decided to take a break, chill out, and celebrate Christmas. So I thought this was very cool, and finally added to the collection. So happy to get that one at last. So yeah, another bunch of really, really diverse movie collecting. Again, a lot of people question why I pick up so many random stuff, but well, that's how I roll. And sometimes I do come across some really, really interesting gems, and that's what I love about collecting movies. I can come across a movie that I freaking love, and like, wow, that was life changing. I can watch a stupid movie that will distract me for an hour or 2 hours. I can watch a god awful movie that will give me stuff to talk about. Like, a lot of people say that Halloween Ends was the worst movie they've ever seen, and I'm like, oh boy, that movie was bad. But yeah, I don't think you've seen half the stuff that I've seen. But yeah, just really like collecting movies and coming across these really weird things. I don't always do this, but when I remember to do it, I like to recommend the standout Chaplin. I really like this movie a lot. I can recommend this one, and Robert Downey Jr. is great in this. I can't remember if after this is when his downward spiral started, or during this. I can't remember, but good movie. And Hairspray. Hairspray is a really fun movie. One of the very few remakes that come to mind that I can say it's good. It's good, and this is pretty good. So yeah, one more DVD update to go. I hope to see you then. So stay tuned for that DVD update. But like always, when I also remember to do it, if you would be so kind to leave a like, a comment, what you think about these movies, if you've seen any one of them, or if you're like me and you also share the passion for collecting movies, and you're just like me and you collect any movie you come across because you just love watching movies and collecting movies. I like to hear that too. I like meeting like-minded people. And if you're new to the channel and you see what you like, please give me a subscribe, and that would be awesome. And then we can chat about random movies that you've seen that I might be interested in. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you in the next video.